One day at summer camp, I had a boy come sprinting into the cabin and begin beating on the locked bathroom door, screaming to be let in. The bathroom door was thrown open, and standing in the doorway mid-shower, wrapped in a towel, was another counselor. He looked at the student and yells, "What?" The kid, now hopping from foot to foot, points downward to his waist and blurts out, "I spray painted my balls, and now they're burning." What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. In the studio today, I have Pastor Tim Stearns. Welcome back. It's been a bit since you've been on the show.
Years.
Wow. And for the first time ever, Pastor Micah Costa.
What's up, guys?
That is your last name, right?
That's how you say that? Costa. Okay. People say Costa.
I thought it was Acosta for a while. But
I've been getting that up here. One girl asked my sister if our dad was the owner of Costco.
Yes. Owner of Costco.
And I was like, I don't know how you get Costa in Costco.
We are doing something new. We are on Instagram Live tonight. Hey, everybody. We have 11 people on right now, which is pretty cool.
Can I say Instagram in a certain way?
How do you say Instagram?
Instagram.
Well, Instagram.
Can Instagram hear us? Probably not. They probably hear
that's
you.
how people, my boys in Memphis say Instagram.
Everyone else that's listening to the podcast version, welcome again to the show. It's great to have you all here. Let's kick this off with a story from Mike Clark.
What up, Mike?
Yo, Big Mike.
Mike said, "My most embarrassing youth ministry story was when we were playing the game Sardines one night with all the lights off in the church. My senior pastor had joined us for the evening, so we sent him to hide.
Bold.
While everyone was playing the game, I was walking around making sure everyone was okay and not doing anything they weren't supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. But as I was walking by myself, I really had to fart. So I opened the closet door, I
do that a lot.
Stuck my butt in, and then I farted.
Wow.
But all I heard was a few giggles and a gag. It turns out the pastor and those who found him and were all hiding were in that closet.
Wow. That's incredible. That's prophetic farting.
That's no shame.
His direction. He just knew.
He knew.
He said
the Lord knew they needed that. That humbled them.
Actually, that's a good idea. In order to find people.
You just fart.
That'll get about real quick.
I fart a lot, so I should probably.
All right, there's some people here on Instagram Live.
I don't know why
Isaiah immediately said, "This is betrayal."
This is Instagram.
What's up, Peyton Wood? Peyton said, "I've wanted this to be on for weeks." Yeah, you know what? You can thank Sierra. This was her idea.
Shout out to Sierra Moss.
Have you guys ever heard of Bible Man? Do you guys know what that is?
I 100%. Was Bible Man every Halloween for 6 years straight.
I did not.
You had to dress up for Halloween?
I still really have no idea what it was. Someone wrote an email in today because on the last episode that dropped, it was Mackenzie and Isaiah. We were talking about it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it was. I don't think Mackenzie had any idea what it was.
Incredible.
But Isaiah grew up on it.
Dude, yeah, me too.
And then they were just like, I feel the person that wrote the email said they felt more sheltered than me, yet they knew what it was. Or that maybe they weren't as sheltered. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Powerful stuff, honestly.
You
should watch it.
I rewatched
It'll encourage you in your walk and encourage you to get in the Word.
Ellie Bell 91 said, Isaiah, I remember Bible Man and even went to Bible Man Live.
Wow.
Dude,
that's a luxury.
She also said, sardines is always a bad idea. You're probably right.
That's true, honestly. Which one's that's the one where one person hides and the others find them?
Yeah, so essentially the pastor went to hide, and it's basically reverse hide and go seek, which is a lot of fun. However, just don't fart in closets.
I'm a little too good at that game.
Right.
Are you good at that?
Last time I did it, we were at ministry school, and I was on staff, and it was the kickoff fun thing or whatever, and I hid. Dude, nobody found me. They had end the
Where
game.
were you? Like in
under
a freezer?
So we had this homeless outreach, and so I was under bags of clothes and under a chair. And then I'm like, they're never going to find me. So I moved my position into a spot where a homeless guy accidentally slept at the place or whatever. He wasn't asleep there, but it was his bed and stuff. Yeah. But they still didn't find me there either. So I was
I'm surprised you didn't get scabies.
I don't even know what that is. Not a pirate thing.
No, it's not.
Ellie said that she was the one that wrote the email to us about Bible Man.
Yeah.
And now she's on the Instagram Live also defending Isaiah.
You're
welcome, Isaiah.
I have a funny story about Bible Man. Back in Waco when I was youth pastor, we had summer camp, but we did this in retreat because we only had 10 kids. Mm-hmm. And we went to this water park because we were supposed to go to this really big water park, but no one wanted to go. So we went to this smaller water park. We come back, one of the kids' moms made sandwiches and carrots and stuff. And I was like, "All right, guys, we're gonna eat lunch and watch Bible Man." So a bunch of high schoolers watching, but I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Dude, this is awesome!" Yeah. You're like,
You're like 17 years old.
Bible Man stands here, right?
But I was like, guys, we're gonna watch Bible Man. I was like, I remember this is sick, and they were like, we don't care.
You should get Bible Man on Youth Group Chronicles.
Yeah, we should get Bible Man.
So it's a person, not like an animated show, right?
So it's literally this man and his gang of friends, and they're like, Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then the evil guy's like, no.
Yeah, literally.
And then he'll like throw like flaming arrows.
Oof. With the shield of faith, right?
But he has a shield of faith. He has a light. Why does he have a lightsaber?
It's the sword of truth.
But why is it a lightsaber?
That's why.
Actually, I looked up Bible Man today. I Googled it, and that was the first picture that popped up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe
He's
I'd
like this.
watch this because there's a lightsaber in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Yeah, yellow and gold are the colors.
Because like we'd play Star Wars, and then like somebody had like the yellow lightsaber, you'd like undo or whatever.
He's probably a big Lakers fan.
Kobe DJ on Instagram said, how many stories do you have in the queue? I know I should have a story in there. We have hundreds, let me tell you. Literally hundreds. Like, so many stories in the queue. It's not even funny. Speaking of stories, this is a story from Caroline F. My late father-in-law had a pretty long history in law enforcement, and him and his wife would volunteer at their church's youth group from time to time. He wanted to raise awareness for drug abuse to the teens as a former DEA agent.
Good.
Because of this, he wanted the teens to be familiar with the smell of marijuana.
Oh no.
So one night,
Oh god.
he brought actual pot to church,
Good.
rolled it, lit it, and then began wafting it around the room. I'm not sure what happened after that, but I'm pretty sure most of the parents were not thrilled.
That can't be real, dude. That literally
I
can't be
promise
real.
that it's a real story.
He just rolls up blood. He's like, all right, guys.
He's like, I have
like sage.
no idea how to do this, by the way.
Yeah, never
Licks
done
it,
this before.
rolls it. No, you shouldn't do this.
Does it like sage? He's like saging the kids.
And if I hold this in front of you for 2 minutes, you'll begin to get high.
Isn't that like an episode? I think that was an episode on The Office where they did something like that.
Isn't that where they lit a fire?
No, dude. They like someone brought in drugs or something. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. And it was Frame Toby, I think is what it was.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he's like, Michael goes out like to like the warehouse. He's like, yo, you guys, you got some weed? And they're like, yeah, I'll be right back. They bring back like salad salad leaves or something and like give them to him. And then he like puts them in the guy's desk.
Dude, shout out Toby.
Shout out to Toby.
Great show. Everyone who listens to this knows that we just quote The Office on this pretty much all the time. Someone said, this brings a new meaning to the phrase high on Jesus.
Come on now. Hallelujah.
No.
You are the most high.
Yo, going live on Instagram makes this a lot more fun. I forgot all about this.
most
Yo,
high
so
God.
for those wondering, like we used to go live on TikTok all the time, and then I got banned on TikTok for something that happened on a live, and I went back on that episode and listened like crazy to see what we did, and they said that we were selling contraband and stuff. We didn't say anything about guns, nothing, and account was almost banned forever. So I'm like, you know what, we're probably not going to do TikTok live again. This is a story from
Instagram.
What's that? So now we're on Instagram.
No, I like saying the word Instagram.
This is a story from Caleb White.
What up, Caleb?
Caleb said, we were going to do a game show night with our youth group, and one of my high school boys was going to be the co-host with me.
Okay.
We went to Goodwill to pick up some game show host attire, so some older looking suit coats and pants. When we were back at the church putting on our new outfits, this kid stuck his hand in the pockets to get them situated, but then he pulled out something out of the pocket. After a couple seconds of spinning it around in his hands, he discovered that he was holding a pink thong that must have been tucked away for safekeeping.
Safekeeping.
That's all they said.
What makes that worse is the fact of like who donates to the thrift store. I'll tell you who. People who died.
Oh.
So who
you're
died?
Going there? You're going there?
Old people.
That's
An
where
old
you're gonna
person
go?
was wearing that? Oh my god.
I was going to ask if he smelled it.
Okay. I feel like.
I mean, personally,
Okay, man.
I don't know.
Wow.
Because like maybe it's something smelled weird in the pocket, and then that's why he was like, oh. But you went dead people.
I feel like you did Halloween as a
I
child.
feel like that
you?
didn't happen.
We did Hallelujah Night, not Halloween.
No, you did
It
Halloween.
was called Hallelujah
I can
Night,
tell.
and I was Bible man for 6 years. And I had a
Bible
bowl
man.
cut, and the shirt was always too tight.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I was a fat kid.
If you're listening to this for the first time, and also those on Instagram Live, you can submit stories to the podcast, ygchronicles@gmail.com, and you might get featured on the show. Like someone mentioned before, we do have a ton of stories in the queue, so it takes quite a few months. There's quite the backlog. But either way, there's a chance that you might be featured on the show. This is a story from Nicholas R. Nicholas said, one time for youth group, we played a game where each team had to volunteer who puts on pretty oversized clothes. And then each team races to stuff straw in these oversized clothes to make scarecrows. Okay. We split the group up into two teams, and the two volunteers happened to be girls.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Here's the part that I didn't think through. The teams were co-ed. Hormone-filled teenage boys were stuffing straw down shirts and pants of these girls. Did myself and a volunteer make eye contact with uneasy looks? Yes. Did we stop the game? No. At one point, a freshman boy asked the boyfriend of one of the girlfriends, how does it feel to have other guys stuffing things down your girlfriend's pants in front of all the other kids? Wow. Did we stop the game after that comment? No.
Oh, my God. Bro, stop the game, bro. Stop the game.
It was as if the adults were frozen in disbelief by how much a seemingly innocent game had turned so bad so quickly. Stop the game.
Stop the game, bro.
Why? The solution is simple here.
Yeah, like, hey, guys, we're actually going to be done. So you're the youth pastor. You're like, stop it, bro. You're the only adult in the room. That's crazy.
They're like, and they're always the people who are thinking, man, someone should do something now. This is crazy.
Yeah, is he going to stop it?
Who started this game? Can someone stop this?
They'll know to stop it.
Peyton asked on Instagram Live, who's our guest? Pastor Tim Stearns and Pastor Micah Costa. I listened to these episodes back. Just, sometimes we have to edit stuff out. And I realized we have a freaking ton of pastors at our church. Pretty much every guest is like, yo, pastor. And it's like someone different every single time.
That's true.
What's up, John Cuomo?
You just call me PM.
John Cuomo has been on the show.
PM.
Cool. I said you just call me PM.
PM.
I'm not calling you Peanut.
No,
Is that what you just said?
No, I said PM. I said PM.
Like Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, gotcha.
PM.
Now I get it.
I mean, you can call me Peanut too.
No, I'm good.
Dang, we should call Minister McKenzie Prime Minister.
Prime Minister?
Wow.
I like that.
That's fire.
Wow.
This is a story from Mike Bryan. Mike said, one time at a youth conference, we were coming back to the dorms, and on the floor, stretching the length of the hallway, is a trail of human excrement. While many of the other students were very grossed out by this scene, my friends and I were busy figuring out how this could even happen.
That's what I was about to say.
Because how do you poop down a hallway like this? Well, it turns out it was not an intentional or as intentional as we were thinking.
Okay.
What had happened was someone had put X-Lax in a kid's drink earlier that morning as a prank. And he was on his way to the bathroom when it took full effect.
Right.
He found out the hard way that there's no stopping it, and in a valiant effort, he ran to the toilet, leaving a trail behind in our, I believe it was a hotel.
Yep. We call those skid marks where I'm from.
Skid marks?
That's not what a skid mark is.
Yikes. That's
he said that, and immediately in my mind, I was like, this kid had to poop. And it slid down the leg out of the pant leg. And I could see in my mind him running. Wow. And it's just like down the hallway.
I'm just thinking is there a tag team on this? People are like, all right, guys, on 3. I'll take from this door to that door.
Right.
And then you take it, hand off or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Poop relay race or something.
Yeah.
I feel like once you read one poop story on this show, it's just like the goldfish. Everyone now has a story because they're all scarred.
Yeah.
And that is what has happened because there are a lot.
I have a poop story.
You have one? What is that?
So we were at winter camp, and this guy, I can't remember his name. We'll call him Justin.
Justin, what up, Justin?
Justin was a cool guy, and he's a bigger fella, and he always kind of smelled bad, like poop. And
okay.
So we learned that Justin didn't wipe, So, you know.
Okay.
And there was one day that he ran to the bathroom and he completely pooped his pants, like fully. And one of my counselors had to run in there with a towel and clean him up. But the funny part is as he was pooping his pants, he was screaming from the bathroom. So we all heard, because he was crying, like he was like, I'm pooping, like he was like traumatized.
What Poor guy. Poor Justin, man. I'm glad you didn't say his name, dude.
But we like ran it, like my counselor ran in there, like wrapped him up with a towel. He had to do the walk of shame from the bathroom to the camp.
There's always a walk of shame every single time.
Because the whole camp heard it, bro. It was so funny. And it smelled like poop when he came out. So we all knew
because of this podcast, I've said this a few times, but I carry a full change of clothes, shoes, socks, sweatshirt, pants, literally because of the show, in both of our cars. Like, it is stashed away.
You never know what the day will throw at you.
That is true.
You could eat. You like Taco Bell?
I do love Taco Bell.
That's Tim loves Taco Bell. Did you know that?
I love Taco Bell too.
I love Taco Bell
breakfast
too.
Taco Bell.
But if you
we did get that one day.
But if you eat too much Taco Bell, you never know what could happen.
I feel
maybe
that
it's that one day though.
I feel like
doesn't happen.
Did
you get those cinnamon bites with me?
You know, you got that.
Dude, you just
No. I need to expose this, man. If you guys are watching or listening to this podcast, you need to know that your beloved host at Taco Bell breakfast. Now think about what you can order there: breakfast burritos, breakfast case, everything.
Crunch
right?
wraps, the crunch wraps. Oh, they're so
amazing.
Good.
What does your beloved host Sam Moss order? He orders 3 of the Cinnabon 2-packs.
That's 6.
This man for breakfast just pounds 6 Cinnabons.
Rolling in a van, bro.
Yeah, we were in a 15-passenger van.
He
said, "What do I want for breakfast? Orange juice, coffee? No, give me 6 Cinnabon little balls."
I do not even regret it. I will go back.
Destroy those.
He said,
we all looked at him. We were like, "Where's your crunch wrap?" Oh, I just got Cinnabon.
I just got Cinnabon.
Okay, cool, bro.
Not sponsored, but could be. Cinnabon if you're listening.
Taco Bell if you're listening.
Taco Bell and Cinnabon.
Yeah, Taco Bell, you are welcome to sponsor the show.
Hey,
I'll send you a DM after that.
Live Moss.
I actually did reach out to Coca-Cola and Krispy Kreme
to
sponsor the show. They responded and said no. But, you should.
Imagine we all had a Coke bottle. We have to hold like this the whole episode. We're like...
I'd do it.
I would do it. I would totally do it.
It's like a permanent hand. Just a gripped hand around a Coke bottle.
This is a story from Asher Smith. Asher said, on our way to camp, we didn't have anywhere near to stop. So a kid decided that he was going to pee in a water bottle, which he did fill. He then decided to throw the bottle at everyone else in the van as a joke.
I love
But after about 5 minutes of him throwing it, the lid came loose and spilled all over the seats of the van.
It was warm.
And the van smelled like urine the rest of the trip.
And it was warm. You know that.
Warm.
You know that pee was warm and stinky. That pee was probably brown, dude. Those camp trips, dude, kids don't drink water.
That's so...
That's
they drink like coffee,
orange, man.
energy drinks, and like soda.
Like dark yellow.
Yeah. They're like, no parents, no water. Yeah. So that pee was warm and stinky.
If you are on Instagram Live and you have some stories, guys, feel free to email them to ygchronicles@gmail.com. We would love to feature them on the show. This is from, I'm going to butcher this name, Khalees.
Wow.
Kalise. Is that how you say that? What's your guess?
Khalees, yeah.
Khalees?
Yeah.
All right.
When you start like spelling letters, I lose them in my head.
Callus?
I don't think it's Callus. We'll go with Khalees. Khalees Jones. One year at camp at about 1 a.m., some random kids started knocking and ding-dong ditching the room of one of our chaperones.
That's fun.
Who was a retired Army medic.
Oh, that's not.
It happened twice before he decided to sit down by the door and wait for these kids to come back.
Oh, no.
On the third time, he flung the door open and chased them down. But it being the middle of the night, he was wearing nothing but underwear.
Good man.
Long story short, he did not come to chaperone the following year.
Today, that's a case.
Today, that's a case.
I don't blame him, though. I really don't. I mean, like, throw some shorts on, maybe a shirt.
He was in the moment. He was too much in the moment right there.
No,
He's probably like reliving a moment.
That's what I'm saying. With those guys, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens. I can't.
In the military?
Yeah.
Personally, I've never been, but I've heard stories.
Yeah, I've also heard stories.
Yeah.
You've heard stories of what?
Of PTSD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's real thing. It's real. It's scary. Sucks.
Hey, God bless them.
For real.
This is from Erica T. Erica said, one time at youth camp, we had a guest speaker, and he was telling a story about one of his first dates with his wife. He explained that they had went out to dinner, and then they went on a walk afterwards. He said while on the walk, he suddenly had to poop.
What?
In the story, he ran to the truck with his girlfriend, but then out of nowhere, he said to a room of students, at that moment, I found out what it meant to cream your jeans.
What?
Apparently, he did not know what that actually meant.
Oh. No. All right, here's what I need you to do. Find this speaker.
Track him down.
Track him down.
Find him.
Hold him accountable for this.
Not creamy jeans.
Where did that even come
That
from,
is
dude?
crazy.
Come on.
That is crazy.
Not that.
I could see brown in my jeans.
You say
Exactly.
thy jeans? Brown thy jeans?
Brown vine. I have brown vine jeans. Please take vine to my dwelling place. That was bad. I'm so sorry. We cut that out.
Can you cut that out?
This is from Chris Thompson. Chris said, one day at summer camp, I had a boy come sprinting into the cabin and begin beating on the locked bathroom door, screaming to be let in. He quickly drew a crowd, and the rest of us watched as this kid continued to bang on the bathroom door while uncontrollably tugging on his shorts. After a few minutes, the bathroom door was thrown open, and standing in the doorway mid-shower, wrapped in a towel, was another counselor. He looked at the student and yells, "What?" The kid, now hopping from foot to foot, points downward to his waist and blurts out, "I spray painted my balls, and now they're burning." A few minutes later, the kid is in the shower, scrubbing the paint off his you-know-what, while the counselor called poison control. Apparently for camp, the church would split all of the students into teams by grade level and then assign a color to each team.
Oh my god.
Oh my
gosh. He was committed. He said, I bleed these colors.
I burn these colors.
I am these colors.
My children will be these colors.
The teams were encouraged to wear clothing and bring items that matched their team color. So some of the boys from the gold team went behind a cabin with a can of spray paint and took turns spraying their shoes, their hats, their belts, etc., the color gold. But for some reason, out of nowhere, this kid decided to spray paint his nuts too.
Golden eggs.
What's the end goal of that? Like,
I have no idea.
Like, why don't you just go and lie about it? No one's gonna ask. Hey, bro, you know what I did? No, what'd you do? And just tell them. No one's gonna be like, really show me. It's just
bro,
like, just say it. Just lie.
I think he had foresight of you know what I mean? Team gold. You know what I mean?
Flash everyone at the camp.
Yeah, dude, I've seen some crazy stuff.
That's a built different youth camp right there.
If he was a middle schooler, 100%. My man was committed.
Gold team for life.
Golden eggs.
He said, my kids will be gold.
Golden kids. It's prosperity. It's prosperity for the generations.
That's
generational wealth.
Now we know what kind of youth camp you're into. All right.
Wow.
Let's do one more story here. This is from Benny Miller. Benny said, when I was in 7th grade, we played a disgusting game at youth camp. Someone drove around town and found 2 used toilets, and they decided to clean and bleach them to make them appear presentable.
Okay.
For the game, he filled them with lemonade and Twix bars and then had students go bobbing for them like apples.
Oh, lemonade because it's yellow. Twix bars. Nice.
In a used toilet, dude.
Did they get jaundice?
How well did they clean it?
That was left out, I would hope.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Knowing the
baked into the porcelain.
Knowing the people who probably would have cleaned it, they probably didn't clean that well.
No. It's probably some intern.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you think about whose responsibility that goes to. It's like some, 11th grader who's just like,
I don't want to clean these.
Dude, just throw some bleach in there and just
call it good, right?
Call it
Splash some water. No, dude, that poop is baked into that porcelain. Like it's sitting in the
100%.
sun. Dude.
Also, where did they get the toilets from? They just go into somebody's
They said they just drove around town and found 2 used toilets.
Craigslist free section. Those are the ones.
Those are the ones.
Let's get them.
Paint them. Paint them white. We clean them? Nah, they get some white spray paint.
They bring the spray paint kid.
Bring the spray paint.
I would call that kid graffiti. That would be crazy.
Why did they call it
graffiti? Or Subway Surfer.
Don't worry about it.
It's a long story.
We call it graffiti back home.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode. This has been a lot of fun. If you have a story that you want to send into the show, you can send more than one. You don't have to be a youth pastor to do it. ygchronicles@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media, we have TikTok, and then we have, we're Instagram Live right now, and you guys who are on Instagram, thanks for watching. But YG Chronicles is our Instagram. So Pastor Tim, Pastor Micah.
Hey,
thanks a bunch, guys, for joining me on the show.
Thanks a bundle.
thanks some more bunch.
And thank you to our listeners.
having us.
We will see you next week.
On the next one.